Hey everybody. So today is Potager Day. I'm so excited. So I know it's not officially after our last frost date, but I wrote into a radio garden show and they said in this part of Texas I should already have my tomatoes in the ground, and I'm like, what? Well then we're doing this now. So everything's going in the potager today. So it's gonna be a long day. It might be a long video, I don't know, but they're all long videos, you know me. So all these things are gonna get planted. Okay, so I'm gonna start in the tea corner here. This corner of the bed is gonna be my tea corner. Up against this post here is where I'm gonna do the roselle hibiscus, because that's gonna get the tallest and the biggest. So I want that at the back. And then I remembered that I had a jasmine. This is like one of those sambucus jasmine. This is made of Orleans. And you can use the flowers for jasmine tea. So of course it needs to go in the tea corner. So I'm gonna gently dig this jasmine out of the pot and plant it somewhere, because it is root hardy here. It does come back from the roots. So I think this will be kind of a permanent fixture in this part of the bed, the jasmine, and it'll just come back every year. All right, let's get started. Wrecking this poor jasmine, wrecking it. Hopefully I can root these. I'll just treat them as cuttings. Oh, it's making me sad. Get in here and get this out. Woo. So I'm gonna plant her up against the fence here, where she can get plenty of sunlight over the years. Of course she's full of red ants. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's red ants. All the eggs and the babies. Oh yeah. Well, I'm amazed I didn't get bit. Okay, let me deal with this. Look how pretty that roselle hibiscus is. Look at that pretty girl. Okay, so I'm using these really tall supports here. Gosh, these are probably 12 feet tall. And I've spaced them about 12 feet apart, because this 12 feet is going to be mostly tomatoes. And I'm gonna run some twine up the stakes probably every 2 or 3 feet, and that way as the tomatoes get taller I can just tie them to the twine. So that is the idea. I hope it works, and I hope 12 feet of space is enough, but I do have it marked on my map that I can go a little further. So this first 12 feet, that first 12 feet over there is for my zucchini, eggplant, Swiss chard, and beets. I think I'm going to run some nasturtiums here. So I'm starting after this 12 feet. There's a foot of flowers, and then this will be tomatoes. But I only have 2 stakes, so I guess I'll just work with this 12-foot section first, and then we'll see where we go from there. And I marked on the inside here so that I know that's my 1 foot for flowers. There's a mark on the inside. That's a 12-foot mark there. There's a 6-foot mark there. So that way I kind of am able to help myself stay within the bounds of this, diagram, sort of. Anyway, so let me get the twine up. Okay, so it took me a little longer than I had hoped to get all the tomatoes lined out. I had to figure out how I wanted to do it because of course I have way too many seedlings for the space. So I have them lined up kind of in 2 rows, and the back row I'll just train those tomatoes up the cattle panels. But what I'm gonna do is try to keep them the same. Like this one here is Brad's Atomic Grape, so directly behind it, going up the cattle panel, will be Brad's Atomic Grape. Well, this one will be climbing up the string trellis in the middle. There's more than one in each pot, so this won't be the exact spacing. This is just kind of where I'm gonna start, and I'm probably gonna space them less than a foot apart. They're gonna all grow in together, and I'll prune as needed, but I can't throw away seedlings. I just can't do it. So we're gonna pack them in, and we're gonna cross our fingers and toes. So this is likely going to be a 2 or 3 day job, which is fine. I don't think I'm going to get done with this today, but I'm going to try to move things along a little faster. I think it's about 4 o'clock now, and I started like at 9:30 or 10. So it took a long time to figure out the tomatoes, and they're still too close together. They're too close together, but it is what it is. So right now, Mammoth Sunflower is going in the corner behind the bean teepee. Okay. So this Mammoth Russian Sunflower, the seeds are different. Some of them are stripy, and some of them are just black. Interesting. Hey everybody, so it's day 2 and it's a lot cooler outside today. Chloe's gonna be loud. So we did have some rain earlier today, so it is probably almost noon and I'm just now getting out here. But it's nice and cloudy, it's windy and breezy. It's about 61 degrees compared to 81 yesterday. That dog. So I'm gonna do what I can do. We're supposed to get some more rain in about an hour. Another shower is supposed to come through. So I'm gonna keep going with the planting. And this may be a 3-day video, just for the rain delays, but I am off work tomorrow. I took Monday off because this is important. Potager days are important. So, all right, let's get going with day 2. I also want to show you that this orange rose, I did get it to open. The rain washed all the sticky goop from that little worm off of it, and then I just kind of pinched out the top. I pinched it so that the petals could open, and it's kind of raggedy, but it's not entirely ugly. And I have a yellow one about to bloom, so that's fun. So yellow and orange. So here we are with the tomatoes. They're just real close together. Look, that's 3 Brad's Atomic Grape. That's too close. So all of them are that close. And some of them are the big ones like Mortgage Lifter and Black Prim. So Vintage Wine. I'm gonna spread those out. The ones on the back row I'm not too worried about. Those can just be my experimental. Here's what happens when you grow them too close. So I'm gonna leave those on that far back row. The last bamboo stake is right there. So I think I'm gonna come out like another 6 or 8 feet. Okay, well, we have a little bit of sunshine before the next storm clouds come. So I'm gonna try to get some of my cucamelons and cucumbers over on this side behind the onions. Hey, so it's day 3 already, and I am nowhere close to being done. Yesterday was kind of a wash. I didn't get too much done, as you'll see from the lack of footage when I put this together. It is nice today. This morning it was 43 degrees when I got up, which is but it's warmed up. It's almost noon. We had some errands to run this morning, and I got a gorilla cart. Super excited about that. I'll have to put that together later. Okay, so today we got the 2 extra 12-foot stakes for the tomatoes. I am gonna space them out. I'm not happy with them being that close at all. Okay, well, hopefully today is a more productive day because I have to go back to work tomorrow. So I need to make the most of this beautiful Monday. All right, so now I'm gonna start digging up tomato plants. Just done it right the first time, you know? Anyway, here we go. It's gonna take forever. I'm gonna come back to you when I'm done with this. Whew. So that easily took 30, 45 minutes. Anyway, tomatoes are moved. I'll walk y'all around when I'm done. I'm just trying to get these things finished. Now, next, I got some more bamboo stakes today, and I'm gonna build another bean teepee. So the Calypso, it's a bush bean. I don't even need to put it on the trellis. Good. Royal Burgundy, and since this is a bush bean, I'm gonna plant it down below the teepee, but look at my basket of goodies. So I could do the garden bean or the Kentucky Wonder, which is a pole bean. I'm afraid if I do the Kentucky Wonder and the garden bean together, I won't know what's what. So I think on this teepee, I'm gonna do the Royal Burgundy. Well, it says the Royal Burgundy is a bush bean too. I don't know what I'm doing. So how about Royal Burgundy and Calypso? I could do those down low. Y'all just hang in here with me while I think it out here. Okay, so the garden bean is just gonna go somewhere else. That's done. So, Kentucky Wonder is going on the teepee for sure. Final answer. And then around it, I'm gonna do the purple and the spotted. See why it takes me so long to do anything? Okay, bye. This garden bean is a bush bean too, so. And it's open. I mean, why don't I know these things? I don't remember ever planting this in my life. I don't know what's going on. Who knows? You know what? I don't know what I'm gonna do till I do it, so stay tuned. I think I'm gonna do 3 beans around each bamboo stick. Maybe 4. 4 beans. I tied some string around my little wigwam. I think that's what you're supposed to do to help the beans, you know, get up there. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing with any of this. I don't even think these strings here on the tomato trellis is gonna hold anything. We'll see. We will see. That's all. So, it's my mile of tomatoes here. Yesterday I planted some bunching onions here that were from the old flower bed, and they're gonna flower, which is cool. Irrigation just popped on, and I need to fix that one. That one's leaking pretty bad. But I have these set to run for 20 minutes. every day in the afternoon. That's a serious leak. Okay, yeah, I need to fix that. Okay, anyway, borlato bush beans. I put these little mini trellisy things in front of them in case I need to kind of prop them up if they get like floppy. I'm not real familiar with bush beans or with anything in general, but I thought those might help. Also, in all the seedling updates I've been doing, this little cell right here was marked Shasta Daisy, right? That is a sweet alyssum, so I don't know how that seed got in there, but that's ready to plant out somewhere. It is not a Shasta Daisy. That makes me sad. And then I have some squash that has finally started to come up. The Pattison Panache Frenchy French. Got 3 of those came up. And then the Waltham Butternut, I have 1 of those came up. None of the other ones have come up, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and direct sow some seeds and try that way. And then I forgot I have more tomatoes. God dang it, I have the Dr. White Cheese and the Cherokee Purple. They're not doing so well, but I'll go ahead and plant those too. They just may have to wait till next year. I don't know. I'll plant those out, but oh, I see something in this one. This is a Albamosis sagifolus hibiscus that I got from Misty Little. I also got the Roselle hibiscus from Misty Little at the Garden Path podcast. Go like and subscribe to her YouTube and her podcast and her Instagram because she's amazing. Anyway, look at there. I got a little sprout. So this is just another type of hibiscus. Not sure where I'm gonna put it. Look at my wagon. That's the cutest little wagon.
Put a little bit in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. That's the cutest thing. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Oh, and it's nice. It feels very heavy duty. I got this at Walmart. I looked at some at Home Depot. Like some of them were like $230 or some nonsense. This was $79. And it has a 700-pound capacity. And I can put all my gardening things in there. And probably if I put a liner, like a tarp or something, I could even carry around mulch or soil, you know, like loose mulch, you know, that's not in bags. I'm real happy with it. Okay, back to planting. I am seriously compacting this bed because I keep walking in it. I brought out my twisty thing. I think you use it to get out weeds or something, or maybe it's just a hand cultivator. But I'm gonna use it where I've been walking in the beds. It's like rock hard now. And then I put another TP in this corner here, and I'm going to do some vining flowers. So I'm gonna do some moonflower, cardinal climber, and cypress vine, which I think those are the same thing, maybe just different name for the same thing, I don't know. But that'll bring in the pollinators, hummingbirds, all the thing. And I still have all these seeds to go through and figure out where I want to put them. I have a lot more zinnias. So many zinnias. I'm gonna tell you what, I think I already told you this story, but I used to hate zinnias. Hated them like my whole life. Hated them. Now I love them. So there'll be zinnias in this bed because pollinators love them, and I have learned to appreciate them. Yeah. It's real time consuming just figuring out where I want to put things. And I've been jacking around with my gardening journal for like a month, 2 months, trying to figure out where to put things and write it down, and I thought I knew what I wanted to do. Apparently I didn't. These seeds are super tiny. Whew. There's 300 in here, and I'm going to try to evenly space them along the drills. We'll see how it goes. Look, teensy tiny. Look, I haven't been wearing my gloves because this is how it happens. Okay, here we go. Now some sweet alyssum along the edge. I think the sweet alyssum helps deter pests. I'm probably wrong about that. And this thing is working like a champ to fluff the soil back up, like a champ. Yellow crookneck. Next, we're gonna do the Ford Hook zucchini. I'm putting the green in the middle, that way I can tell the two yellow ones apart. It's real scientific. Okay, so I'm about to call it a night. It's after 5. It takes me so long to do everything. I think one of the last 2 things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dig the bed trench for the asparagus, and that's where they will live the rest of their life, is in this corner. And then I'm going to plant the butterfly peas, and then I'm going to have to be done. So I chose this part of the bed because it has that expensive soil, the $40 soil that has more sand in it. It's not as chunky and mucky as the mushroom compost, and this is going to drain really well. And since this whole corner is filled with that good soil, I'm going to put the asparagus here, and then this is where they will live. So dig down. It said 6 inches. The crowns are supposed to be buried by about 2 inches. So let me start with the purple. Okay, this is purple passion, bare roots. 3 here, and so I need to spread them out like little spiders in the hole. Oh. How far apart? Spacing 12 to 24 inches. Well, that means 1 in this hole. This is about a 12-inch hole. And this one has a little asparagus. Look at that little baby right there. Where's the other one? This one is Mary Washington. It's a green one, and I have 4 of those. So I'm gonna have to dig a little bit bigger. Have two of the birdhouse seeds, and it looks like a pepper of some sort was in there, so don't need that. So the gourds, I guess I'll do 1 on each end of the trellis. 1 there. I have my blue butterfly pea that I scored, or scratched up with my foot file, which works great. See, they've been scored. The white marks are where I've rubbed it off with the foot file and then soaked them overnight. So I'm just gonna line them up here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So as you can see on this side, the irrigation was running for 20 minutes today, and it's still a lot of dry spots. So because the emitters on this tubing are 18 inches apart, and when we were cutting them to fit them together, we really weren't looking to see how many holes were in each piece we were cutting, because like this piece here, there is not a single hole. There's not a single emitter. So it's gonna be dry right here. So I'm gonna have to pop a hole and run a 1/4-inch line with a different kind of emitter, like a little bubbler, and put right there. So, but that's something for another day. Oh, Chloe. I'm gonna water this, and I'm going in. Hey everybody. So today is day 4 of Potager days. Hopefully the final day of planting. So it's early. Well, no, it's not that early. It's like 8 in the morning on Good Friday. I'm off work today, and I think I'm gonna be able to finish this up. I need to go get the seedlings from out of the house. We did get down to 39 last night. It's not too bad. Wasn't a frost or anything, just really cold. And I came and checked on the tomatoes this morning. They're fine. They made it just fine out here in the potager. So yeah, hopefully we can get all this wrapped up because I have other projects I need to get to. Okay, so it's already gotten a little bit warm. It's still cool, but in the sun it's a little bit warm, so t-shirt time. So today should be peppers, eggplants, artichokes, the rest of the yarrow, and then I need to work on some areas that the drip is missing. So it shouldn't take me all day, but it probably will. We know this. Okay. But it's only Friday. I still have Saturday and Sunday. Although I do want to work on some other things this weekend. Okay, here we go. Okay, so it's been at least an hour, maybe more since you last saw me. I was doing other things. So here I'm gonna plant sweet peppers. Okay, Cubanelle pepper. This one is still a baby. These were slow to come up because they were outside and the nights were still kind of cool, but at least I didn't have to set anything out to harden it off. So we're gonna do our jalapenos here, and then the habaneros, and then the eggplant. And I may direct seed some more jalapenos because I didn't get a whole lot to germinate, but they were outside and the temperatures are just now gonna start warming up. So I think if I direct sow, they'll come up pretty quickly. I just messed up the roots on this one pretty bad. I just did. Let's just plant these two together because I think I just messed up the roots trying to separate them. There. Okay. I only have 2 habaneros because I don't like hot stuff, so I don't even know what I'm going to do with 2 habaneros except maybe give them away. Irrigation just shut off. Eggplant. This is Black Beauty. There. So 2 here. Let's see if I can separate these without destroying the roots. So bad. Alright. 1 there. 1 here, 1 here, and let's see here, my 1 foot of flowers is gonna start. Maybe 1 at the back, because there's nothing on this row. Okay, done. I need to make like quicker decisions. That's what's taking so long, is I'm so indecisive. Like I don't know if that's what I want to do. Just need to do it. Either it's gonna work or it's not gonna work, and I can change it for next year. I'll just have to make a note in my garden journal because that's what the ding dang thing is for. Okay, so next I have a 1 foot strip of flowers to fill, and instead of planting seeds, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab some volunteers that I found in my old gardening bed. some zinnias. And I have a perennial salvia, Salvia farinaceae. I think it's blue better. But anyway, they're over here in this bed. And I also have something that looks like dill, but I'm not sure if it's dill. We have a dill look-alike in this area that's actually poisonous. So I'm going to show it to you and let me know in the comments if this is the real dill. I'm not funny. Is it real dill or is it the imposter dill? Let me turn the camera around. Okay, so let me come on the back side so the sun doesn't leave a shadow. So here's my old garden bed. We already took the wood off. This is what I was growing vegetables in last year and the year before. Year before was an awesome year. Last year was nothing. I think that's all that's left from last year is a sad little kale, and that's as big as it ever got in a year. Okay, so here's the dill. I think this is dill. I remember planting dill seeds, but I mean, I think that's dill. I don't know if I should pull it up and move it over to the new bed. I don't know. Anyway, but I have lots of volunteer zinnias. I had the purple queen and the canary yellow in this bed last year. So I'm gonna dig these up. And then this is the perennial salvia. This stuff is evergreen. Even when we froze, even when we got down to 12 degrees, this stuff was still green. So I'm gonna dig these out because this whole bed is gonna be bulldozed and flattened because we don't need it anymore. So many zinnia babies came up. It's crazy. I probably won't have to buy zinnias ever again. I'm gonna take some dill too. I think what I'll do is I'll put these in a container and I'll see if they match up with the seeds I planted. If they do, then I know it's safe. But I mean, it looks like dill, you know? But that's why imposters are called imposters, because they look like the real thing. We'll see. I mean, it really does look like dill. Seriously. Just let me know what you think. But it really, I mean, it really does look like dill. It looks like dill. I went ahead and took the kale. Maybe I can revitalize it over here. Found some bunch onions. Got the dill. Got the zinnias. And I got the salvia blue butter. So we're going to get them planted. Okay, so last thing for this video, I'm gonna plant the artichokes in the centerpiece. I have a rose that died, started dying almost immediately after I planted it, which sucks, but leaves room for an artichoke. And I'll put one right here, and the third one right in there somewhere. Since we're not doing the irrigation to this bed right now, I will run some drip to it later. I'll just tee off of one of these, and there's a hole, there's a knot hole, conveniently a knot hole right there. So I'll tee off the tube there, run it through the knot hole, trench into the ground a couple of inches, and voila, I'll have water to the bed. Also, what I'm going to do after I plant the artichoke is I'm going to use some cardboard. I'm going to do a little bit of sheet mulching. I will water everything in really good, and then I'm going to spread this bag of organic humus and manure. I know the Russian sage is not going to like that, but it's just gonna have to deal with it because the roses and everything else are gonna need that organic matter. And then I have a bag of black mulch, and I'm gonna mulch it because I've got a lot of grass still trying to come up. So I'm gonna use the cardboard to help suppress the grass. Okay, we're almost done. I mean, we are so close to this video being done. Thanks for hanging in there. Of course, there's red ants here. All around, red ants. Great. Oh, this ground's hard as a rock. Which is another reason why I want to put down some manure and mulch, is to hold in moisture. Now that last hole had a little bit of fertilizer already there from the rows. I'm just gonna throw a little bit in the hole with this one. And one more. Right about here. And of course these may get too big for this area because I like to shove things and overcrowd things. And that's just how I do things. I heard the term once, kind of a play on landscaping. It's called cramscaping. That's what I do. I'm a cramscaper. Just cram it in there because I like things full. And then when things are suffering, I'm like, well, shouldn't have done that. Alright, let me put down all the other stuff I said I was going to put down. Let me clean up my area. Oh, there's a grub. Not need a grub worm. No. Okay. Yeah, we're about to wrap this up, folks. Can I tell you, this looks beautiful. Look at it. All the mulch and manure and the plants just pop. Look at that golden edge Duranta just popping out of that dark mulch. Beautiful. Green globe artichokes looking lovely. The roses, the chrysanthemums, the Duranta, and roses and chrysanthemums and roses. Green globe artichoke there. Russian sage. I didn't put the manure right up against the Russian sage. I just did the mulch because I don't think they like a lot of fertilizer. I knocked all the petals off the yellow rose. That's fine. The other artichoke there. Everything looks so good. Even the windmill looks good. Man, we made it to the end of the video. Feels good. Feels good. Or is it the end? Because you know what? I noticed that some stuff that I sprouted at the planted at the beginning of the video has sprouted. Look, there's some radish. Like, stuff has sprouted. This video is so long. How funny is that? Radish. Some zinnia, lilliput, mixed colors sprouted, and the red giant mustard sprouted. That's how long this video is. So anyway, I love it. I love it. It's beautiful. Now I'm gonna go make me a nice cool drink and enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Thanks for watching. Bye.